The Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni lawsuit drama continues to unfold, and you guys, it's only getting crazier. If you're just catching up, here's the gist. It all started during the production of It Ends With Us, a movie Blake was starring in while Justin was directing. Blake accused Justin of creating a hostile and inappropriate work environment, including allegations that he improvised intimate scenes without her consent. To make things worse, she also claimed inappropriate behavior off-camera. After filing a formal complaint, Blake took it a step further and filed a lawsuit. In response, Justin hit back with a massive $400 million defamation suit, accusing her, Ryan Reynolds, and their publicist of running a smear campaign against him. But of course, it doesn't stop there. Just when you thought things couldn't get any messier, we get a massive bombshell. Blake actually filed a secret lawsuit last year under a shell company called Van Zandt Incorporated. Sound shady, right? Well, this move has everyone talking. The lawsuit wasn't public at the time and didn't name any defendants, but it allowed her legal team to subpoena communications from Justin's former publicist. The New York Times reported on this back in December, and people immediately started questioning how Blake managed to obtain those text messages. Turns out, the lawsuit had been filed under the name of this shell company, Van Zandt Inc. So what was in those text messages? According to Blake's team, they were messages from Justin and his people discussing plans to bury her, suggesting a coordinated effort to take her down. Blake's legal team claims these messages are evidence of a smear campaign. However, Justin's team denies these claims, arguing that the messages were cherry-picked to fit her narrative. Now, let's break down the shady tactics behind all this. Van Zandt Incorporated is a Delaware-based shell company with minimal public records. California corporate filings list Blake under the name Blake Reynolds as the CEO. This company was used to file the anonymous lawsuit that gave her team the legal power to subpoena Justin's former publicist. While Blake's legal team defends this move, calling it a legitimate way to uncover evidence of the alleged smear campaign, Justin's attorney, Brian Friedman, calls it an abuse of the legal process. He argues that this move was specifically designed to gain subpoena power without proper oversight, denying his client the chance to contest the subpoena's nature and scope. Friedman criticized Blake and Ryan's use of this shell company, saying it was done in bad faith and was a flagrant abuse of process. He even went as far as saying that filing a lawsuit with no connection to the case was unethical and misleading. Meanwhile, Blake's team insists that this move was necessary to gather evidence and that these kinds of lawsuits are common and totally appropriate in this kind of case. The complaint filed under Van Zandt Incorporated read, "This action arises out of an ongoing campaign to damage plaintiff's business and reputation." It went on to claim that certain individuals had breached contractual obligations to Blake by taking actions to harm her business, and the lawsuit seeks to recover economic and non-economic damages. This secret lawsuit opened the door for Blake's team to subpoena private communications, and now it's clear why Blake and her team were so adamant about using this tactic. They had a serious plan to dig up dirt on Justin and his people. Blake's legal team's strategy. Blake's legal team hasn't been shy about their approach. A source close to Blake said that she knew there would be backlash from using such tactics, but she felt it was necessary to stand up for herself and fight against what she believed was wrong. As a mom, she never wants her daughters to stay silent in the face of injustice, the source shared. Despite everything, Blake's focus remains on her family, and she's taking things one day at a time, knowing that this will be a long and emotionally draining fight. Despite all the drama, Blake still earned a spot on Time magazine's list of the 100 most influential people. Her acknowledgement was largely due to her philanthropic work, particularly her and Ryan Reynolds' contributions to the NAACP Legal Defense Fund. Sherilyn Ifill, who wrote Blake's profile for Time, praised Blake for her sincere interest in social justice and her commitment to fighting for a better future for her children. Blake took to Instagram to thank Time magazine for the honor and expressed how much it meant to her. She shared her gratitude for the recognition and mentioned how surreal it felt to be acknowledged in this way. "Her work has shaped our nation," Blake wrote about Sherilyn Ifill, "and her commitment to filling gaps in the nation's history has shaped my heart and my stamina to never stop believing in a better future." However, there were some who questioned the timing of this recognition. Some online speculated that the Time 100 acknowledgement might be an attempt by Blake to redeem her image amidst all the lawsuit drama. This isn't the first time people have questioned Blake's intentions, especially after the donut shop incident, which was seen by some as a publicity stunt. But honestly, regardless of the timing, this recognition from Time is a big deal for Blake, and it shows that her contributions outside of the entertainment world haven't gone unnoticed. Public perception and backlash. Of course, the timing has led some to think that this was an attempt to regain public favor, especially given the media storm surrounding her lawsuit. But as much as people may question her motives, her legal team is working tirelessly behind the scenes, and they seem to have some tricks up their sleeves that are making waves in the legal world. When Blake's team filed this secret lawsuit under Van Zandt Incorporated, people were immediately left wondering how she managed to get the text messages from Justin's former publicist. It's not every day that a shell company gets used in this way, and it's not something people typically expect in high-profile lawsuits. But Blake and her team have clearly been strategic, and they're playing the game to win. The media's reaction to Blake's legal maneuvers and her spot on Time's list of most influential people proves just how complex this situation has become. Some see it as a well-calculated move to clean up her image, while others believe that she's genuinely fighting for justice. Only time will tell if these tactics will pay off or if they'll backfire. Final thoughts. This whole situation with Blake and Justin is far from over. With the secret lawsuit, subpoenas, and defamation accusations flying back and forth, it's clear that both sides are playing hardball. Blake may have found herself at the center of one of the most complicated celebrity legal battles, but she's not backing down. Whether you believe she's in the right or wrong, it's clear she's doing everything she can to protect her reputation and her family. What do you think about this lawsuit drama? Do you think Blake is using her legal strategy wisely, or do you think she's trying to repair her image for PR? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.